Well, today we are putting new discs on the Pottinger Terradisk. Jaden, he's got this front row all off, and here is the new ones. I got a stack of them. I just went and got these yesterday. And there is how much is wore off of these here. So, see if I can get that line up on there. So there's the difference there. So, oh, there must be almost 2 inches wore off of them. So they're about 4 inches narrower than what the new ones are. So we got to get all these off in there. There's 50 discs total. Roger's working on some scrapers on the back here. And today's another tire themed day. We're actually having to put new tires on the Kubota skid steer. These tires here, I can't remember what kind they are, but they ain't no good. Camso, SKS something or other, 657s maybe. At any rate, these tires aren't any good. I think they're a 657 Camso something or other. But the tires that we are putting on, these are a Galaxy Hulk tire. We've had good luck with these tires on other skid steers, and Nate's getting right after it now here. And we ended up having a flat tire on it. They wore right through to the canvas on it. So we figured now is the time to put them on there other than just changing the tire. But we got a real bad one here on the back right. And Junior's getting after greasing it. What do you think of this Kubota skid steer, Andrew?
I don't like it.
You don't like it? Why?
I like the 326 better.
You like the 326 better? Alright, so he's just running around it with a grease gun here quick. Nate's got the front left mounted, mounting the back left now, and I got to get doing something here. So we got to go through all of these hubs here, and they're loose on the frame. So we got to get after these, and Jaden's got a couple off that back row, and we'll rejoin you here in a little while once we get a few discs on it.
So I don't know if you...
All right, hold on, Nate, hold on. Kick that tire down in the back. Get it to drop in the drop of the rim, okay? You might have to hit it with a hammer, just so that you're not stretching it so much. Yeah, you got to get it to drop down into there. So just so you don't rip the bead, you might need the tire hammer. The tire hammer might work better.
You can't use that blue tool?
Not on the way on. They work.
Not on the way
works.
on and not on the back side, but I can pop the front side off in 10 seconds.
Did you use it the other day?
I used it, yeah.
You already did?
But you're missing a piece.
Well, that's a good, that blue tool is a good amateur tool, Roger. So, now stand on that. Did you lube it?
Yeah, I think you have.
Put your heel of your shoe right down in there. Try to put the weight of your big self on there as you're prying it.
I could pry down on this side.
Just take little bites so you don't rip the bead. Come back towards your tool a little farther.
That's as far as I can.
All right, hold on a second. Stand on the tire so that as you're pushing it, it'll push that bead down in there. That'll work. Now just stay standing right on that tire, just so that it pushes. Now stand with your right heel on the, right there. Right, yeah, just like that. Try to push down, keep it pushed down. All right, now just take this like this. There. Okay. Yep. Well, we have to take a little trip to where the guys are spreading manure. Alex has got a U-joint gone. Nate's putting his last tire together here. This skid steer, by the way, has got just shy of 1,100 hours on it. So these tires that were on there made it 1,095 hours. So Andrew, he's been kind of helping Nate, kind of learning as Nate goes along here. And we're going to have this done. The boys have got all the discs off this Pottinger, and they'll have most of them back on probably by the time I get back here. So we've got to get to the field. Kerr made it as far as the field, and he doesn't dare go any farther, so he wants to see if I can't maybe change that U-joint out. I've got two of them. I got a 1710 and an 1810. He's got half rounds on it, but I don't know if it's I don't know what size it is. So let's get over there and get him fixed up, and we'll rejoin these guys when we get back. Andrew, you going with me or are you staying here? You want to stay here? Sure that's a good idea? Nate, you going to be able to keep an eye on him? Yeah. Or is he going to keep an eye on you? Oh, okay. Alright, so somebody's going to have to watch Andrew. I don't know if he can watch himself or not. So Roger's got him. Alright, we are just getting to the field where Kerr's offloading here. I had him pull up on the grass so I can roll in underneath this truck. We've got our impact. I just dropped that on the ground. We've got our Tiger tool here. We're going to use this to get the U-joint apart. Now what this U-joint is in this truck is what is called a half round. It's got U-bolts that hold one side of the U-joint on, and it's got bolt-in caps on the other. So we're going to need the U-joint tool, the Tiger tool that is, to pull the U-joint out of the drive shaft. So let's roll in underneath this truck and get this thing tore apart here. Alright, so like I was saying, this is a half round. Let me see if I can get some lighting in here. That's as good as we're going to get for lighting. I'll have to bring some artificial lighting in. So, we've got a U-bolt on the transmission side of the U-joint right there, and then we've got a bolt-in cap, so that's considered a half round. So we're going to need the U-joint tool for these caps here. Did you grab a half too? Yeah. So know if we're going to need the tool. That cap fell right out. Let's see if I can get this impact. Yeah. There's that one. Oh crap. There it is. Alright, there's that. One wheel. That one's still got grease in it. There's the other one. I mean, that's got it in there too. So there's a drive shaft right there. Alright, so the cap that's shot is the one that won't come out. This is gonna be a little tricky. There's like no
I can lift up on it.
here. Let me see here. Come on, get in there. What the hell? It's all the way back. Come on. There we go. Alright. That knocked the metal part off. Is it pushing on the wheels on each side? Alright.
It's coming out, pumping out. Yeah.
Pushing out is this. Alright, I don't know what the hell they got going on here.
It's not hitting on anything.
Alright, it must be bottomed out. It must be wanting to come out. Alright, there's that. Alright, so it blew the cap right off. Alright, you can let that down. It blew We're like contortionists underneath there. All right, so what it did is it blew the cap right off the back side there. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but we just got to get a chisel, and what we've got to do is pound that out of there. So that should come right out, and then we can slam our new one in. So the lighting is getting the best of us here. Let's get it down that way. So it's kind of hard to make everything out because we're upside down, backwards, and everything else. So this is the drive shaft here. We've got the wheel. The bad one is still in there. The back side's broke. So we just need to get a hammer and a chisel or a punch and pound that out of there. So we'll pull all the pieces here in a minute. We'll set them out on the ground. We can better explain it then. All the hardware is here. Yup. Got it all right there. Alright, so let's slap this guy in there. I'll carry this over. This. Alright, we're just crawling underneath here. We're going to slap this new U-joint in. Where is the grease zerk on that next universal joint back?
One of them is right here.
Right where your thumb is?
Yeah.
Alright. Gotta be the toughest one to do.
Yeah. You need some sort of like a small chisel or pick or something to take those door. There's like a little tiny.
Do what?
To take that door shock off. I got the shock off. But the uniball ends are still on. You need some sort of little pick or something to take the little snap rings off.
I'm gonna need a hammer. Well, we're back to the shop. My battery ended up going on the camera here, but I've got the U-joint that we ended up taking out of truck 14, and Kerr had heard a noise with it, and all it really had was one wheel that was gone. Here's the one that goes behind the U-bolt strap here, where it bolts onto, where it goes onto the differential, or the yoke off the back of the transmission, and this one would be the other side, and then these would go into the part of the drive shaft that's coming up from the rear end. This one here, when I used the Tiger tool, it ended up blowing the cap off of the cover off of this cap, and it actually pushed, what it did is it pushed the U-joint right out through the cap itself, and then it was caught inside the drive shaft yoke, and we ended up trimming it with a torch a little bit just to get it out of there. But we've got the new one all in there, and it was only one wheel that was bad, and it's a good thing he didn't go any farther with that, because it probably would have ended up coming apart, and that would have got into air hoses and air tanks and everything else. So the Pottinger, everybody's kind of left here for the night. We got no, maybe 2/3 of the amount of, maybe 3/4 of the blades back on here, and then we've got a couple of these hubs that we've got to monkey around with. We've got to swap out some bearings and whatnot. We've got a couple of bolts to put in this, and then we've got one section to bolt back on here. We had to get new hardware for it, and we're kind of waiting on that stuff to line itself up here, but that is what we had going on for today. So I am going to call it a night now, and this is where we're going to leave off with you guys, and I guess we'll catch you at the next video, folks. I want to thank you for watching. Remember, leave me a thumbs up, drop me a comment down below, and we'll catch you at the next one. Take it easy, folks.